get it yesterday, but it's all
Did
good.
not hit it. Did not hit that thing yesterday.
Wealthy,
So
Healthy, Happy Show is here again this Wednesday. Thanks so much for joining. We are here with day number 13, I believe, of the Mindset Makeover Challenge. This is ERGJ. We got our guest host here, our always here, Mr. Beedles.
What's happening? What's happening? What's going on? This is Mr. Beedles, Mr. Wealthy, Healthy, Happy, and I'm also your small business developer, financial planner, and entrepreneur. And we're excited to be here on day 13, talking about to thine own self be true.
Hump day. So, guys, we are talking about to thine own self be true. Of course, we want to just kind of summarize what the Mindset Makeover Challenge is. Again, it is a challenge where we are focusing on our most dominant goal, our most pressing thing, the thing that we are looking to create, be, or accomplish, and we're focusing on that thing for the next 30 days. But we're focusing on it with positive energy, being positively focused towards accomplishing that goal. So that we can get there much more efficiently. And we found throughout this challenge that we kind of hit these ups and downs throughout our days, throughout our weeks. And so we created this show to kind of help us at least get started on the right track as we begin our day. And so hopefully you guys are tracking along with us. You're making progress, because that's the name of the game. It's in The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. Yeah, I hear that background noise. Hopefully it's not me. It may be, I don't know. But in the Earl Nightingale, The Strange Secret by Earl Nightingale, he said that success is defined as the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. The progressive realization. So you're making progress towards accomplishing your goals. And so hopefully you guys have defined what your goals are, and each and every day you're making progress. And then when you find that you're maybe not making progress, really, you got to, at the end of your day, try to figure out why. Why didn't I make progress? Why didn't I take some steps? And so hopefully you guys are tracking along with this. Mr. Beedles.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the great thing is that if you're just tuning in for the first time and you've never heard of The Strangest Secret or Earl Nightingale and or this 30-day challenge, guess what you can do? You can go right down there to the link that we have posted in the comment area, wealthyhealthyhappy.net, which is the #1 marketplace for growing people. And scroll down to the bottom, click the audio, and it'll take you right to the YouTube page where you can listen in. And the great thing is that it's a 30-minute audio, and it gives you everything that you need to literally transform your life, to include the 30-day challenge. So follow along if you're not already doing so. And if you are, make it a point to listen to that audio at least once a day. And again, it's 30 minutes. So a lot of times, if you're riding into work or you are on the treadmill working out this morning, taking care of your body, then the audio is a great way to jumpstart your day. And again, just kind of remind yourself of why you're doing what you're doing, and keep you connected to your definite major purpose.
Fantastic. Now, Mr. Beedles, man, I saw something very phenomenal from you yesterday. I saw you did a midday blab. Tell us a little bit about that. How was that experience? Were you just inspired?
I was.
Came across.
Oh my God! All right, so I was really I got motivated about my network marketing venture. So I've been with a company called Nerium for a little over a year now, and it's an anti-aging company. And me and my wife, we got started, and we really got started out of a desire to do something together, build a business together. And a lot of times, husband and wives, they kind of live their own separate lives and stuff. And so that was kind of a challenge to ourselves, but we also wanted an additional stream of income. Well, we're looking at our business grow, and we are very, very close to hitting some pretty big milestones. And our sponsor reached out to us and said, "Hey, look, what are you guys doing?" She said, "Man, you guys are your organization is killing it right now, and all you need is a little bit more activity to get that Lexus to push you to that next goal." So I said, "Oh man." So I went in our back office, I took a look at what was going on, and I said, "Man, I got to get into activity mode like right now." So I went back into our back office, start doing all of the trainings that I had missed, and immediately did the next step, which was take action and do your 2 exposures. And so I did. So I did the Power of 10 Core Commitments yesterday by Jeff Olson. And in that, he talks about how to build your business and create a momentum that takes you over the top. So my goal since yesterday has become to find 30 like-minded people who are looking to build a business to be financially free in the next 12 months. Financially free in the next 12 months. All we need is 30 people. So that is my sole goal in life right now, is to find 30 like-minded people who are looking to build a business, and we join forces, do it together, and in 30 days, in 12 months, 365 days, be done.
Hey, so is that that 10 core principles, is that like a 10-day thing that you're gonna do, or was it just 1-day thing, and you went over all 10 yesterday?
I did. I went over all 10 yesterday, and I don't know what the follow-up is going to be yet. But I know I'm going to I'll definitely do another blab today, and it'll be entrepreneurially based, and I might touch on some of those 10 core commitments, but I haven't really mapped that part out yet.
Okay, fantastic. Well, I saw that and I was like, man, this guy's taking action. You were talking about the 2 exposures, and I was kind of inspired by that. I was like, man, he's seeing you just kind of step out and embrace Blab and use it, utilize it and use it, to connect with people, and help find these 30 people or do whatever else you do. But basically, you're serving the people, you're giving them some value, you're giving them great content. So I was like, wow, okay. I tried to listen to it even though I had a serious headache. But it was good to see you on, and it kind of inspired me, because I was like, man, yesterday I felt a little unproductive, being that I was a little under the weather. But it gave me great time to kind of reflect, and kind of moves us into this topic of to thine own self be true. There are times, guys, where you just have to rest. There are times when your body just tells you, okay, you've been going at it hard, you've been doing enough, maybe you've been eating the wrong things, whatever it is. But I found that when I listen to myself, when I listen to my body, when I listen to what it's telling me, I end up always being right. Like, hey, this is the time to rest. It was a sluggish day or whatever the case may be. Even though I'm feeling like, man, I want to get so much done. Sometimes you just gotta take a chill pill. And so as we talk about, to thine own self be true, that is truly what you have to do. Not only just listen to your body, listen to your heart, listen to your mind on whatever it is that you're looking to do. When we're talking about your definite major purpose, that is to your own self be true, right? Because it emanates from the inside of you, whatever it is that you want to go after. So now you have this new goal, or maybe it's not new, maybe it's just rekindled, and for you. And so, and now you're being true, and you're putting action towards this truth that you want to create.
No, that's I mean, you're absolutely right on that, right? And we touched a little bit on that yesterday, and when we were talking about a sound physical body, right? And it's really about listening to your inner self, and being honest about where you are. And I think that's one of the biggest challenges that we have. So I started writing a blog for this particular topic this morning. And that quote comes from William Shakespeare's Hamlet. And Polonius, he was talking to Lardus, and he said, "To thine own self be true." And it's important to do that because, in being truthful and being honest, you'll never lie to anybody else, right? Because the first person that you have to be honest with is yourself. And if you're following that beacon of light, if you're following your inspiration, and you really are holding yourself accountable to what you desire to have in life, it is very difficult for you to fall into the opinions of somebody else, because you know who you are and where you're going. But that's also the challenge as well, because the design is the box that we're in now, and the challenge is following your own path, charting your own way, and those that you find do it really well, learn how to step outside of the box, learn how to walk in their own esteem. Those are the people that are admired. Those are the people that, make what they want to make, go where they want to go, and do what they want to do. And I love this topic because we're on that path right now, right? And some are further along than others, but the reality is that we are working to get ourselves out of either the small box that we're in into a bigger box that we'll eventually get out of. But we are working to chart our own path, man. So again, just every morning I'm inspired to be here, and I get a little bit more confident in what it is that I do and the calling that I have, because I'm working to be true to myself.
So in reality, man, what we're talking about redefining the box.
Yeah.
Redefining the box. I mean, because
Yeah.
every box, everyone that lives in a box or has, everyone's life is kind of defined and created by his or her own thoughts, right? And what we have created for ourselves. And so what we're really talking about is redefining that box, reshaping that box, making that box bigger, larger, robust, as we round, whatever it is. Yeah, to really just redefining it for ourselves and taking our thoughts, which will eventually take our life to a new dimension.
Right. Absolutely. And so, you have to understand that there are people that have they have challenges with rules and regulations and boundaries, and I believe that rules, regulations, and boundaries, they do keep us from killing ourselves in a sense, right? And so you need gravity so that we all don't fall off the earth, and you need centripetal force, and you need air and oxygen and all of the other elements, and all of those have rules, and you need electricity, which also have rules as well. And if the electricity didn't have rules, then we probably all fry. And so having rules and boundaries are important, but again, how you define your set of rules and boundaries is where we find freedom. And you have the opportunity to redefine who you are and what you're going to do and where you'll go in life. That's the beautiful thing about it, right? And so we find ourselves here again every single morning.
Yeah, and that's the beautiful
doing just
thing,
that,
man. So as we
redefining those
continue to
rules.
kind of get together and support one another and go through this journey that many of us are on, we're also starting to, as we redefine our box, we're also starting to redefine, some of our connections, making new connections, making some of these, as you said, finding these like-minded people that can connect with a, positive message. Transformative message as well, because really you have to have a desire to
Right.
get a new mindset, and I wonder sometimes where that kind of comes from, like what really that one thing that it takes for you to see, to be around, or to hear that something to click, and you'll be like, okay, it's not the world that needs to change, it's me that needs to change, and then my world will change. And, it's like, yeah, if you want things to change, you got to change, right? And so, but that's
Right.
got to be intentional, right? Because I think
You
many
got
of
to
us
change.
get caught up in what we do day to day, on a regular basis. That is our life, right? Whatever that routine is. But then eventually, that routine becomes so robotic that you no longer have to use your brain. You no longer have to use some of your great assets to challenge yourself or extend who you are because of this life that you've created.
Right. Like you said, man, like we're on autopilot until one day you're in rush hour traffic and you're looking at the red lights in front of you, and you're wondering, why am I going to a place I hate going to every morning? I'm uninspired. I know I can do more. I know I can be more. I know I'm smarter than what I'm doing right now. And it's in those moments, it's in that wake up moment, right? It's when you reflect, when you take a moment to look at your environment and reflect on it and say, this is not where I want to be. And how do I get myself to the next level? That immediately becomes the start of the change. When you recognize where you are, you decide this is not where I want to be, and then you ask the next question is, what can I do to be better? Right? In your subconscious mind, you will it'll start figuring that thing out for you, right? Because you've asked the question, and you've asked it purposefully, you've asked it wholeheartedly, and that becomes your change. And so what I would encourage you to do is that when you have that moment of reflection, when you decide that, all right, man, I am turning the lights on and I'm getting ready to see what the hell is going on around me, and I'm getting ready to change my situation so that I can do better, follow it. Like follow it and follow it with everything that you have, and have the courage to know that you're going to run into some opposition. You're going to run into your own opposition, right? If you decide today, I'm getting ready to start working out, and I'm gonna work out 5 days a week, and I'm going to eat well because I want to transform my body. But this is the first time that you ever made that decision. This is the first time you looked in the mirror and you decided that there's some things that I can change about myself, right? This is the first time you've done that. So understand that it's easy to make to communicate that I want change, but it's another thing to actually get up and be committed to the change every single day. And so have the courage to do the thing, and then have the patience to know that it's going to take some time for your habits to change before you develop the momentum, right? The ball has been rolling down the hill for so long, and it's very difficult to just stop that rolling ball. It gradually comes to a stop as you change the direction of your trajectory.
Absolutely,
and
man.
get that
We're
thing going in the other
change
direction,
is
right?
change is
So
a constant,
yeah,
but we can actually control some of the change. And it's interesting. We got Hanadi who's over here, who said that you want to create your own world, start with changing your thoughts and thinking. And so I would ask Hanadi, for people that are here, how do you get to a point where you can actually change your thoughts and your thinking? Because if you've been thinking the same way you've been thinking all this time, what really are some things, some tangible things that people can do to really start to change their thoughts? Obviously, I know that it might be a little bit, we might be aware, but there may be some here today that aren't aware, and they're saying, hey, I do want to make some changes. And you also said you need to own who you are, accept it, and then you are able to act and change. And that is absolutely correct, right? You have to take responsibility and say, okay, this is the mess that I have created,
right,
or this is the life that I have created. It doesn't necessarily have to be mess. And then those things that you want to evolve or want to redevelop, you have to actually, take ownership for what you have created up to this point. And so that's absolutely phenomenal. So, guys, we got a couple of open seats available. For those that may be new to Blab, if you want to join in on the conversation, just click open seat and we'll let you in. You can have a few words for the people, but yeah, thanks so much for your comments and actually getting involved in the conversation. So here's the question I have as we talk about this redefining the box, and Mr. Beedles talked about establishing new habits, creating new momentum. At what point for you, maybe in your life recently, did that light come on? Did something happen or something occurred and you were like, this has got to change and I'm going to change it? Maybe there's something specific that you can think about that you're like, you know what, this was something that I recognized that needed to change, and I took action to start making that change. Maybe you're in a process right now. Maybe it's something that you can think of right now that you need to change. As I do a lot of coaching, one of the main things that I come across is the procrastination. People are like, hey, I got to stop procrastinating. And the only remedy to that is to actually take action. You got to do something. But we always talk about the procrastination, but we don't talk about the action.
right.
We talk about what we know we need to do, but we don't talk about actually doing it, and we don't actually start doing it. And so, so if you got a couple things, maybe you want to share of when the light came on for you, when change began to happen for you, when you began to take control of your life, please share that. I know it'd be great for people to connect with the story of other people that have been able to redefine their box, to reshape themselves, to be true to their own self.
I love it. I love the and that's so good, man. just to touch on the procrastination piece, right? It's the I was listening to Diddy's his new album about, I don't know, probably about a month ago. It's called MMM, Money Making Mitch is the album, and he has this song on there called Working. And the intro comes on and he says, "You all hustle like there's going to be a tomorrow. I hustle like there's not a second left." And I really scratched my head about that. And I thought about it, because there are some people that are ultra successful, and you look at them and you're like, man, how do you, almost make what does a $500 million organization look like? Well, what does that work ethic look like? And I know a few millionaires, and when I compare their work ethic to mine, and sometimes I say, man, my work ethic ain't matching up the way theirs is. They just seem to have a different gear. They have it seems like they have a stronger reason for going the extra mile, taking those few extra seconds or minutes to respond to an email, to get a spreadsheet done, to make a few more phone calls by the end of the day, because they are committed to they're committed to their goals and completing what they said that they were going to do for the day. And the average person says, well, I got it. I can get this done tomorrow. Or we think that we have time. But I'm going to take it a little step further and say that maybe the reason why Diddy became that way is because when Biggie died, Biggie probably thought that he had a whole lot of time left. Right, and we have no idea when our last moment is going to be, and so when we really embrace that and internalize that, we have no idea. So we have to live as if this is our last moment, and in doing that, that might push us a little bit further. It might make us go a little bit harder.
Man, you just hit something up, gave me a good idea. So when we talk about, are you talking, Beatles? Your mouth is moving, but no words are coming out.
No.
Hey, so as we talk about this ethic, this work ethic that Diddy had, the question comes up, and this is for everyone. This is probably a takeaway for everyone. Just kind of think about, ponder on, but just think about today itself, and ask yourself. Oh, there's a delay. Oh, okay. Ask yourself how. I want to ask you, what does maximizing your day look like? What does maximizing your day look like? And just today, if you just think about today, being a hump day, being that we're here on the 13th day of the Mindset Makeover Challenge, what does maximizing your day look like today? What would it be like for you to truly maximize your day? And with maximum effort, to go to sleep tonight exhausted because you maximized your day, because you realize that I don't know how much time that I have left, but I'm gonna utilize the time that I do have, which is now. Part of starting your day is coming here today, right? But then once you leave this, what does maximizing your day really look like? Have you mapped it out? Have you already set your day up to a point where this is what I'm doing when, and this is what I need to get done, and this is what maximizing my day looks like? Obviously, some of us have to go to work, have to do some things there. Look at this. Mr. B's got these goals that he's got set up. He's following up with 10 clients. He's setting 5 new appointments. What are some things that are on your to-do list today that go into you maximizing your day? You guys can feel free to jot some of that stuff down, but it's something for you to think about, right? Because many of us, there are times when we don't think about maximizing our day, and we find ourselves on the couch watching TV for 3 to 5 hours a day, right? I don't know if that's maximizing or not. Maybe some people have to watch TV for whatever particular reason. There's nothing against television, but what other productive things could you be doing with your time that's going to help you get closer to your goal. Maximizing your day. Now, there's got to be balance. We talk about balance, work, play, all of that stuff, rest. But what does maximizing your day really look like for you today? Mr. B's got it all set. Mr. B's got it all set up.
Hey,
so
I set it out. This is my
Ms. Rain,
script.
if you want to jump
This is
into
my
the
script for the
got
day.
time, what is making the most of the hours I'm giving? What does that look like? Like that's great to say, right? And I'm pretty sure that you will. But what does making the most of your hours really look like? What is that? What's the definition behind that? What is making the most to you? Is it just a moment by moment thing? Is it a, whatever comes my way, I deal with and handle? Or do you have some tangible things that, each hour you want to get done and accomplish that you're going after? And do you leave room and space for the extra stuff that may happen? Hey, Jay, thanks for joining.
That's good. That's good. Welcome for joining, Jay. Yeah, and that's it's absolutely right. So as you think about, what your day looks like today, one of the best ways to do that is first define what you have to do for the day, right? What's currently on your schedule, what normally is on your calendar for the day, and then once you've identified how many hours you still have left, plug in some of the stuff that you want to do, or should be doing. Or, that might be reading 10 pages of a good book. It's one of the core commitments that I talked about yesterday. And reading 10 pages a day may be the way that you change your philosophy, right? By putting in good stuff, into your body, putting good stuff into your mind. It helps to change your attitude. So that might be one of the things that you add to your list of things to do today is step outside the box and read 10 pages of a good
I know
book.
for me, I've committed to reading at least 30 minutes a day, at least. And so right now I'm reading John Maxwell's Either You Win or Either You Either Win or You Learn. And so that's been very kind of transformative for me. And then I'm gonna go back to some of my old classics once I get done with that. But yeah, man, feeding your mind with positive things, with positive talk, with development, with education, things that you want to learn. It's so much. We really don't have time to do all the stuff that we want to do, right? And learn all the things that we want to learn. But we sure can go for it. We sure can go for it. We sure can go for it.
Right.
And that's the change. Yeah. That's the switch. Going for it versus it just coming for you. You going for it, because while you pursuing whatever it is that you're pursuing, surely it's pursuing you. This world is just waiting on those ambitious people that's going to go for it.
Right. Oh my God, man! You said a lot there. Just the go for it part, right? So I'm gonna go back to the goal that inspired me yesterday. I mean, it jumped in my lap and said, "Beedles, you have to do this one. You have to, absolutely have to." And as crazy as you think that it is, you got to do it. So again, my goal is to attract 30 like-minded individuals that are looking to become financially free in the next 12 months. And as big and audacious as that sounds, it literally can happen overnight. Why? Because we're literally talking about individuals just cooperating together. And it started to really make sense to me that there are so many different opportunities out there for us to truly change our lives and be an impact to others. And all it really takes is people cooperating together. That's it. It's no more difficult than that. It's us trusting each other enough to say, you know what, I believe in what you're doing. I'm committed to my cause, and your cause lines up with mine. And if we Voltron this thing, if we do it together, we change our situation overnight. It's when we do it by ourselves that it takes years. Right? But when we use the leverage, the time, the talent, and the resources of our community, then it happens overnight, man. And so I'm truly excited about it. I literally just saw my what my next 12 months is going to look like, and I'm really excited about it because it's going to change.
Man,
Literally
see,
going
yeah, I
to
know that's
change.
right. So I hope that everyone can
Woo!
imagine everyone can imagine their their next 12 months, right? As I think about 12 months from now, as I think about a year from now,
Mm.
it's even 6 months from now, I'm so excited about 2016 and 6 months or 5 months or 6 months from now and 12 months from now, what my life, what my world, what my box is going to look like a year from now because of the things that I'm doing now, because of the efforts that I'm putting in now, because of the connections that I'm making now, because of the seeds that I'm sowing now. What that harvest is going to look like a year from now, I can't even fathom. But I know it's going to be great because you can only get great from great. You can only those if you sow great seeds, you're going to get a great harvest. Everything won't be great because you do have some bad crops as well. But generally speaking, you're going to have a great harvest. And so we're sowing those seeds now. We're making a difference now. We're putting in the effort now in order to reap the rewards, not only just later, but even now. Even the connections that we're making, the people that are tuning into the show today, these are new connections and that we're making. And just by putting positive energy out, it's the law of attraction, right? It's the law of attraction. And so we've got Hanadi who's been joining in with us. We've got Aaron Riggs here, Mr. Millionaire is here. We got Trice Rain. So we're getting new people. I gave you a shout out.
What up? What up?
Facilitate,
What
inspire,
up?
contribute business technology. And
What
so,
up?
guys, so what this is really, this mindset makeover, it is a we community. It's a we community. And so we formed the Wealthy, Healthy, Happy.net as a community for like-minded people to go to that next level and to join in and to partner in with our success. And so we don't mind giving you a shout out. We don't mind promoting your business and what you're doing because we know we recognize that we're only as great as our network. And so as we expand our network and connect with you, you connect with us, and then we have this whole large network that is connected to one another, and we can support one another, help one another, do business with one another, and things like that. And so this is just a connection thing. What's that question? Yeah, she said, I'm looking at the question.
So he says, all right, so the real question is how committed are we to have the self-discipline, the motivation, and the belief and the willingness to change? I truly think that we are still in the early stages of being able to answer that question because commitment is like a long time, right? Or as long as it takes, rather. So commitment is about the whatever it is whatever goal we set and how long is it going to take you to achieve that. And some goals they happen like overnight, and some goals they happen over a few years. So as a group, what we could do is we could as our group evolves, we literally could start thinking about how this group can impact itself, right? Positively impact itself and truly change our lives by putting numbers on the scoreboard. That means making some financial changes, some spiritual changes, some emotional changes, and then being able to reflect on that by the feedback that you provide to the group. So commitment. I think it's a little early for that, but we are making the commitment every single day to join this call and share what we have to.
So cool, man.
Lives.
So guys, this is our time here, and so hopefully, yeah, we need to start with individual ads group. So here's the deal, guys. This is Blab. Some of you guys may be new here, maybe new to this platform. So basically, above everyone that's in the seat right now, me and Mr. Beedles, there's a little button that you can click to check, and that's going to be for you to be able to follow either one of us as we do new Blabs and do things like that. Also, at the top, if you're on your PC, you'll see a lot of heads that you can actually follow the people that's been joining with us today. Over to the left, you have a place that says Tell a Little Bird. That's the way that you let your Twitter followers know that you're here. Of course, we're going to be wrapping up soon, but you're always able to let your
Going slow
followers know
motion.
where you're at and what you're doing. They can join in on the conversation when you go live or when you have something scheduled. And then also tell a little friend, that's where you can actually let your Facebook friends know and your followers know where you are so they can join in on the conversation and follow what's going on with you. We're at a place now in this age where it's all about keeping up with everyone. What's going on in your life, what it is that you're sharing, whatever it is that you're projecting. And so social media is giving us platforms in order to connect with people all over the world and let them in into a little piece, a little portion of our life. And so our goal is to let them in on that part that is going after something, that positive side. That's the energy that we want to put out. We want to inspire, motivate, coach, help one another to achieve great success.
Absolutely, absolutely. And with that being said, if if you are, I think you got an echo. Do I have an echo? Hello, hello. With that, yeah. With that being said, again, if you have not listened to The Stranger's Secret, make sure that you go to wealthyhealthyhappy.net and tune in. Let that be the 30 minutes that you take, out of your day today to, just listen to some good stuff. Or if you listened to it before, just reprogram the mind and redevelop your why. It's an exciting time to be alive, ladies and gentlemen, and we are here today making a absolute difference. We also have the Future by Design, which is a coaching platform which gives you an opportunity to figure out what you're going to do for the next 5 years. Right, the first consultation is absolutely free, and if you're interested in that, you can connect with us, and Mr. ERGJ will put that link down there at the bottom. And then the last thing is we have a blog as well, and on that blog, it just recaps what's happened for the day. So if you wanted some notes, if you wanted to take a look at the replay, that will also be available to you as well.
All right, guys. Well, I hope that
the Wealthy Healthy Happy Network is the number one marketplace for growing people.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. Well, that's our time, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed yourself. Redefine your box, man, to be true to yourself. This is the Wealthy, Healthy, Happy Show. We're here to inspire, motivate, uplift. Mindset Makeover Challenge, day number 13. Let's knock it out the box today. It's hump day. This is ERGJ, your success coach, and we got Mr. Beedles here.
Absolutely, and this is Mr. Beedles, Mr. Wealthy, Healthy, and Happy, your small business developer, financial planner. If you need some help in that area, I can help you. And an entrepreneur. And
we're out, guys. Have a great day.
Out.